Okay, hey guys, listen up now. This is Revelations. Like I said before, Jesus said that he would come back, and Jesus said that he was going to come back like a thief in the night. No one would know when he was going to come, and this is what is happening. This is what we are experiencing right now. The pandemic was just a cover up for Jesus to return. Okay, we had no control of this. Jesus had planned this out the entire time. What is happening now was written in stone in Africa on the walls. This is why people should understand that different people um, who consider themselves to be gods and people are who don't consider themselves to be gods but consider themselves holy within the word and know their gospel, they seen this coming, and people were able to detect what was happening because of the ways of people's characteristics, what they were engaging in. Some people would look at the clouds in the sky and could tell that something was off. The bees were disappearing, which was weird and strange. Certain animals was becoming extinct, not only because of the Confederate system was killing them, but they were becoming extinct also because of the trees were coming down, the forest was being destroyed that they were living in. Um, People were eating the animals, doing scientific experiment. The Confederate system wanted to know if they could be placed in a zoo for people to see them when they needed their natural nature living establishment outside. Yeah, that caused a lot about them dying off also. um, Fishing in the sea, getting animals out, and providing a very toxic environment for them. Jesus seen all of this, and it was all written in Revelations about what was going to happen, what was coming. And the Bible was in every single church now, so people should have been reading that, but they were basically reading more of informations that they wanted to read. People didn't want to read Revelations that much because it was a lot of things that were scaring them. So they needed to read something that was going to uplift and encourage them. And there were certain chapters in the Bible that was a lot of healing due to encouraging. And Revelations focused on some encouragement, but it really focused on what was getting ready to happen. And people did not really want to reread that or read that at all. So a lot of people, focused on the encouragement part of the Bible. Now, there's encouraging parts of the Bible everywhere, but let's be honest. Revelation started talking about the return of Jesus. Genesis started talking about things being created, you see, and then the middle of the Bible, the whole story plays out. But Jesus is here and he is taking over the phones. He's taking over the technology. So, this is the thing that I wanted to really let you guys understand. For people who love harming people, for people who enjoy engaging with people to do harm, either it's with someone else or by yourself, for people who like to find information about another person that is not related to them, that has never harmed them, that has never talked to them, and then take that information and share it with someone else, and that person doesn't even harm you. For people who like to do things like that and feel like they need to find information about your background or your health status, or find information about how much money you have or where you live, and you never met that person and they want to do that just to expose it, and that's how they feel comfortable with doing that. They never met you before, you've never talked to them before, and it's a different thing when someone is telling you that and sharing it, then it's out there. But if you're not sharing anything about yourself, anything about your personal business, how much money you have, um, how much money your family has, where you live, and things like that, if you're not sharing that and someone enjoys doing that by coming to get your information, you never met this person, you don't know this person, you haven't digged in their information to know about them, but they dig in yours. For people who like to do that, they won't be here. So God has given you the opportunity to get your life straight right now. God has given you the opportunity to do the right things. Now, you've had all your life because there was a gospel around you everywhere you went. Either it was a church over here, a church over there, spiritual session over here on a YouTube channel, on the internet. Someone gave you the word of God. Someone demonstrated a God-like personality in order for you to pick that up and act like that yourself, but still be yourself. But some people chose to want to harm people and not find another way to not harm people, but still make a living. So you can still make a living and survive without harming people. Yes, there is a Confederate system that was designed to keep people enslaved. Jesus is dealing with those people right now. That those people are most of those people are gone. This is not a joke. I thought that Jesus would come back differently, but he came back like this, like a thief in the night during the pandemic to scare us, making us think, oh, it's a pandemic. That pandemic was the return of Jesus Christ. And people aren't aware because they think it's a real pandemic. No, that's the return of Jesus Christ. And it's happening right now. So the system, the people who are above everyone that controls everything, like the manufacturer company who does the slaughtering and killing animals, who is making money off of that. Animals have feelings. Okay? Do you not know that these animals make noise before they go to the slaughterhouse? You see what I'm saying? That is the pure evil for those animals. And for certain people to love animals, you end up eating them. But it's not your fault. It is the person's fault above you who is controlling that. They are stepping down and running, trying to escape. Jesus is dealing with them right now, and I'm glad that Jesus is dealing with them. Now, for the people and cigarettes too, tobacco, it's not good for your health, but to smoking in moderation, as use it as a sacrifice for the gods, okay, that's different. Moderation is different. The Indians used tobacco, but it was like a sacrifice to the gods, and moderation is moderation. But the Confederate system has gotten overboard with coming up different type of cigarettes and all that stuff. They have gotten overboard with coming up with different type of brands, being greedy, wanting the money, not caring about the person's health. You see, and things like that. You get creative about the fruits and vegetables and the different foods that we can eat. Don't get creative about the different tobaccos, and things like that. Don't do that, because some people can get addicted and hooked onto it. And some people don't know their gospel because of the Confederate system has established their own to get people to believe in a system that is righteous for them to think that things should be normalized when it shouldn't. Slaughtering and killing animals is not normalized. Eating them every single day is not normalized. Eating your natural foods is normalized. That should be normalized. And I'm just letting you all know, and it's not to scare you, but it's to get you guys under control. Okay? This is happening right now. Jesus is here, and for the people who have worked and done their job and tried their best and prayed to God and didn't have a desire to harm anyone, still don't have a desire to harm themselves. They understand who is toxic, what is toxic, what's something good they shouldn't engage in, something that they should stop doing over and over. People have understood that now. And now it's like people are understanding that the gospel was taken out of certain things of our daily, everyday life, and it was causing us to be used to doing the things that, the system said was normal and it was the way of living, and it wasn't. Going to work every day in your 9-to-5 job and not being able to see your family because you have a choice, you have a job to raise them, that's a different story. You see, but they were slowly taking people out and separating them from their families now because people are different. They have different beliefs and things of that nature, you see. And some people are um, holy from within, and then some people have people in their family that aren't holy. So there needs to be a separation, so that so the person who is holy can be safe and won't be in a bad environment. You see, because if someone who is holy can be used and misled and brainwashed and manipulated because they're good listeners and they don't have a desire to harm. You see, but back to what I was saying, the people who enjoyed, I'm pretty sure people done stopped killing now because they have seen all of the people who have died from the pandemic. Okay, they have seen all of that now. So now people are understanding what's happening and what's going on. And I'm grateful to God. I am thankful. I am so thankful. Jesus, thank you so much. Literally. God, thank you. I need to thank myself because I had a choice to make. But the Spirit of God and the angels and the people protecting me, my ancestors, would not let that happen at all. And I've been through a lot in my life. And I definitely feel like, this is why I said it shouldn't take me long to be monetized, because I by sharing the word of God, people will be enlightened. And then sometimes when you don't share the word of God and you just be yourself and act, people can get the word of God from you just like that. You see, because there's something about you that they're getting ready to imitate and copy about you, that they see in you, that they want in themselves, and that's good. You see, so that's why I said that the Confederate system, whoever is behind YouTube, who allowed me to keep making videos in over a year when you could have just went ahead and gave me my monetization, so that I can heal people and people can see how I act. Because when people see how you act, they feel different about themselves and they want to go somewhere else and think differently. But people need more than that. They need the word of God. So you would have gotten that if you would have monetized me and gave me viewers for people to see me, and then I would share the word of God. But the Confederate system said, no, we don't care if you have the word of God or not. You need 1,000 subscribers. How about you give me 1,000 subscribers? How about you monetize me and break that old Confederate system and allow people to be inspired by my word? Sharing it for free, yeah, you can share it for free and then get monetized, yeah, but what about saying you're already gifted? Give that person what they want, what they deserve, because God said it is mine. He didn't say hold on. God said give it to them now. But the Confederate system says, well, you need to have it like this. You need to have. No, I don't. You know how to expand my videos and broadcast me, just like you know how to advertise and broadcast your YouTube system. See, now Jesus is here. Now YouTube has no choice but to monetize me. Isn't that a shame? You waited to the end of the world. You waited to Revelations, to Jesus come back, where you had no choice to monetize me. Isn't that a shame? That's a shame. And a lot of people who are, like I said before, who are in the big companies, the CEOs and the presidents, they step down because they are not God in control. The one that's in control is God, Jesus. He's in control. Okay, you were pretending to be in control, but we're doing it wrong. That's the real issue. That was the real problem. So back to what I was saying, anyone who enjoys harming people, who enjoys it, who have a desire to harm people, to make a living, to live right, you will not be here in the future. If you continue, they're giving us about 2 years of this pandemic. Now they're saying, first they were saying it was 4 years. We got some people saying 2 years. Look how quick the pandemic came and Jesus returned. He's come back like a thief in the night, you see? So you have the time now to be saved. So right now, I would definitely work on going to my Instagram account, MJ's Blue Thriller, and get saved off of that content. Because I have the answers for the gospel on that content. You have the answers for the gospel for the people who are around you, for the people who are on the internet. Go online, find out who Jesus is and what God is. Find that stuff out. But if you go on my Instagram, I give you the answer. I need to focus on YouTube now. Go to my Instagram and look at everything that I posted. There's some humor in it. There's some things that have to deal with, the Confederate system, but you get more of the gospel than anything. You see a bunch of cats, Michael Jackson, that's me. MJ's Blue Thriller. MJ's Blue Thriller. Please go look at that on my Instagram. You can get inspired on my Facebook also, but stay on my Instagram. Twitter, I have one also, MJ's Blue Thriller. Facebook, MJ's Blue Thriller. But stick to the Instagram, please. And you would see that this pandemic is basically a return of Jesus Christ. And I wanted you all to know that, because there's no way that some people can want to find out information about you to go expose you about something about your personal lifestyle, and then what? What do you get after that? I'm just gonna go to the next person. But what else do you have to do today? Do you have to go to work? Do you have any kids to obtain to? Do you have to clean up? You enjoy doing that? That person who enjoys to do that is the ones that aren't completely. They don't know that they're saved. We're all saved, but they don't demonstrate it. And they need to demonstrate being Christian or godly. They need to not to be so deeply into the word. You just need to know how other people are going to feel before you try to do things out of spite just to get information out of them or just to harm someone. You need to understand that the people around you are your reason for feeling the way that you feel. You need to understand that the Confederate system that was designed for us to live under was the reason why you're feeling the way that you're feeling. Because if we didn't have all this distraction to keep us not knowing what the Word of God is, then neither of us would have a problem of knowing how to treat someone, because we would know the gospel very well and we would know how to treat others. So that's it. See you guys later.